Hello everyone and welcome to Your Brain on Tech, where we discuss and debate the week's hottest stories in tech. I'm Eric Hurst and welcome to our E3 extravaganza. This week we're talking about the hottest games and breaking down the big three press conferences. Joining me today are contributors Alex Cedar and Pat Hoban. Unfortunately, our other resident gaming expert has some wedding to attend, so Alex is here in his place. As a casual gamer, Alex should give us some perspective on how he and others like him view E3. Let's get started. This is Your Brain on Tech. Microsoft led things off with the first press conference of the show. What do you think of Microsoft showing, Alex?
Personally, as a casual gamer, I guess you could call me an almost never gamer, I wasn't impressed at all. There wasn't really anything that made me want to jump back into the Microsoft or gaming world. There was a lot of Kinect. You know, people standing around, waving their arms around, and that's their game. No new hardware except a fancy steering wheel like we already had a long time ago, but nothing that really got me excited.
Yeah, steering wheel is really nothing new, but I think that the Kinect has a lot to offer and a lot of potential because, I mean, back when Twilight Princess came out and motion gaming was like new and still kind of cool, that was a pretty fun game, and it had motion controls integrated with it, even if they were simple ones. So I think that we can expect to see at some point a good motion game, but right now they kind of get stuck on gimmicks.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Everyone seems to still be getting used to how the Kinect could be integrated into a more hardcore game. They showed off a Roman-type gladiator game, the Star Wars game. They had Fable, a Kinect version of that. So they're getting closer, but it's still like, it put a damper on Microsoft's press conference, just because most of their press conference was people on stage waving arms around on games that no one really is just dying to play.
And really, okay, so you shell out for an Xbox, you know, which is over $100, and you shell out for a Kinect, which is another $150, and you've spent, you know, $200–300, and so you can play like the
sport. I'll give them Kinect Sports. Kinect Sports is fun. They're coming out with the new Kinect Sports. Those are still going to be fun to play, but they do lose their luster after you play them.
It's not a good
while.
game. It's just it's like you're buying these little mini games, sort of.
And the only time I ever want to play those is when I'm with somebody else. I'm not going to buy Kinect Sports and sit around kicking soccer balls around in my living room.
I mean, only if you want to beat the crap out of your friends, you know.
Well, one highlight, though, is the Once Upon a Monster, the Sesame Street branded game. Everyone at the show seemed to love it, so we'll see when it comes out. Everyone loves it, so it might be, you know, a great game that actually uses the Kinect as it's supposed to be used.
Yeah, I mean, it could be very cool.
Outside of that, not much to show exclusive-wise for Microsoft at this one. You had Gears of War 3, the Halo remake, and the surprise at the end of Halo 4. But outside of that, exclusives, not much to be found outside of Kinect.
Yeah, I mean, with Gears of War 3, it's not even that big of a deal because, I mean, the beta already has been out. If you really care about Gears of War 3, you've already played it. And yeah.
And Halo 4, not much to be said there either. Bungie stopped making Halo games. You know that Reach was their last game. Well, they're remaking Halo 1.
Yeah, so
but after that, you've got Halo 4 being made by a new company. You're taking a beloved franchise. It's like moving Mario to someone else. Be like, someone not Nintendo make Mario. So you got a new company making a new trilogy of Halo games. So it's exciting to see up front, but we don't know what to expect, really.
It doesn't... What surprised me is that the trailer, it still looks like Halo, but it just looks a little bit different. So I'm nervous a little bit.
I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Later that afternoon, Sony, who I assume had lost track of time, took over an hour and a half to show off their goods. What did you think, Pat?
Well, their goods came in 3D.
That's true.
And that's cool, I guess. I mean, it's kind of gimmicky, but it's cool to see 3D gaming and stuff like that. I mean, Sony's pushing it. You know, they've got all their trailers 3Ds. Hey, put on your glasses, folks. And I wish they would move away from that, maybe. They're really pushing this 3D. And with the PlayStation TV that they're pushing that has 3D capabilities, it's a little bit more affordable package and stuff. I personally don't think 3D with glasses is going to be around for that long because people like me.
I think it's a fad too. It's Sony's baby, so I don't blame them for pushing it as hard as they are. They started with their they were the first to have 3D TVs. They got their 3D glasses. They were the first to have 3D on their system. So they're pushing it as hard as they can. I'm still against it. It's not affordable for most gamers, even though they're coming out with these bundles now that make it a little more affordable. But I still don't like glasses, active glasses 3D. Flickering is something I don't like with movies and pictures, let alone during a video game.
The only thing that I will say is that new split screen thing where you and your buddy have a pair of glasses on and one pair of shutters is open, the other one is closed, and you both can play like split screen, but they're superimposed, but you only see your screen sort of thing. No screen peeking, jerks. You know, you don't get your, you don't go online and get your screen chunked in half where then all your headshots are off and stuff. It happens, you know. It's especially in like Call of Duty when you're playing like 4, but.
But what I think Sony is good at is getting people excited about handheld gaming. You know, every once in a while they come out with something and people go nuts over it because it's sort of the same, but it's a little different. The Vita, it looks interesting if you're into handheld gaming. I've got an iPod, so that's as far as handheld gaming takes me. But I mean, I can see why it would interest people who are super into it.
I'm a huge gamer, and I can't even get into handheld gaming. It's a very nice system they've got. I remember back in March on this show in a different format, I looked at the features of it and said it would probably be around $500. For one time, Sony has priced something that people can afford. At $250, this is a very affordable price for such an inclusive device.
It's got to compete with the 3DS, which is priced at $300 right now. And that's expensive, but that's a really cool device. And you gotta think, like you guys just said, you know, I can't get into handheld gaming. I mean, I don't handheld game anymore. I outgrew Pokemon, so that was the end of that. And like, so you know, their market is a young market, and it's tough because $300 is a lot to a 12-year-old, and you know, when the other one's 3D. I mean,
but the graphics on this one and the screen are so much better. I'd say head-to-head, no doubt the Vita's a better product after seeing them both come out.
Too.
The games are going to be a big thing. Nintendo has a lot of first-party things, but Uncharted looks great on the Vita. They have a lot of big PlayStation exclusive titles going to the Vita, so I think they've got a good deal here. Saving the biggest news for last, Nintendo had a new console to unveil. What did you guys think of the Wii U? I'm actually going to take this one to start. Wii U, the naming scheme for Nintendo. I like how they tried to pass it by us with their same naming scheme for the Wii. They're like, remember when we brought out the Wii and we said, we're trying to include everybody, so that's why we're calling it the Wii. But this is the Wii U. We're making it for everybody, but we're also making it for you. Wii U. Don't care. Stupid name, still stupid. You could have called it the Nintendo Fart Face. And I would have said, that is a stupid name for a console, but at least it's better than the Wii.
Fart Face doesn't roll off the tongue quite as nicely. But,
I would have went with PU, but what I think Nintendo does that's interesting is they take a leap.
Of faith, really.
Well, they started, you know, who was the first to really come out with motion control games was Nintendo with the Wii. And now, what was everybody else's E3 about besides 3D, Microsoft, you know, motion controlled games. And now, so, you know, maybe in 2 to 3 years, you'll see Microsoft and Sony releasing big screens that you know,
I don't see it. Okay, honestly, I like it when my controller just gets more and more ergonomic and stuff like that. Like, I don't actually mind the Wii controllers. Like, that actually fits in your hands pretty comfortably.
I still didn't like it at the start, like having my hands be apart.
Whatever, but I like the Xbox. I don't like the PS3 because the sticks are too far. Wii U is it's a screen, like it's like a Game Boy with a tumor. Like, I don't know what it is. I sometimes like new things. This one I don't.
They can do a lot of interesting things with it. I'll give them that. They showed the game where it was like hide and seek. You had 4 people on Wii remotes, and you had to. One person with the screen actually had an overtop view of the map, and you would run away from everybody else. So there's gimmicks for it that look like they'll be kind of cool. They have the thing where you can look at the screen through it.
Yeah, but
it's all gimmicky though.
Yeah,
I'm not going to give them any credit.
Gimmicks.
I've been burned by the Wii since I've bought it, and I'm not giving Nintendo
it's got
any
like
leeway.
3 good games, and then done.
They didn't have any games. That's the thing. They showed off a whole tech demo of stuff that was Xbox and PS3 footage, saying, we're going to have these games too. Eventually, we can't show you how they're going to look on our system, but here's a tech demo of them. So, I don't know. They say they got a lot of third-party support this time, which is good for Nintendo because they've never had third-party support before. So having actual big blockbuster games going to Nintendo at full graphics will be nice, but I don't know. I'm just going to lay off until I see something really interesting.
What I do have to say that I saw in an article about this, and I do like it. A lot of people aren't going to like this right off the bat, but Wii U is actually not going to play DVDs or Blu-rays. But that means that they don't have to pay for DVD or Blu-ray codecs and players and stuff like that. So when you're buying a Wii, you're just paying for the Wii. Because let's be honest, you have a DVD player, or you're going to have a Blu-ray. You know, you're not buying a Wii U for that, so why pay for it? It's extra. It costs Nintendo money to put it in.
But what am I going to use it for after I'm tired of playing Wii U?
We're We're out of time. I want to thank Alex and Pat for joining me this week. Be sure to check out our website at yourbrainontech.com for past and present episodes. Follow the show on Twitter at twitter.com/yourbrainontech, and be sure to like us on Facebook. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.